Hey people, Inquisitor 3v3, Hades wastes blue team. Ibis, Red Ibis is an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons, the Armageddon Steel Legion. Elite scheme here. Got some more Imperial Guard. It's NoSkill with a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers, really strong defense and support can also add to the retinue. Deathcore of Krieg DLC here, which looks pretty awesome on the Lord General, I think. Alongside them, Sesabo with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, Thousand Suns elite scheme. Red team, a couple of Techmarines. This is AlphaLegion, and we've got Unelmat. These guys start off with ranged weapons, put out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. And rounding off the teams, BloodyM with a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support begins with a ranged weapon. There's the tunnel the Termagants just emerged from. Hormagaunts are on the contested VP west side. The Naturals are on the east side, south for blue, north for red here. What is that on the west? That's Inquisitor versus one of the Techmarines, of course. In the mid then, Sorcerer versus Ravener. Sorcerer is hanging out so far. And Lord General versus the other Techmarine on the east side. Typically you see the mid and east players kind of clash in a big 2v2 type situation, leaving the western players to their own devices. Hammer of the Witches might have been used. Yeah, it's been used already. She's got no energy. Well, she's got low energy. Kraken Bolt's popped to shoot at the Inquisitor, which isn't going to help. That's extra damage versus heavy infantry, which would help against the Sentinel. Full retreat, though, from AlphaLegion. They can get onto the power. Get onto the VP, maybe, as well. Heretics hanging around. I hear Doom Bolts. Oh, against these Hormagaunts here, who are on this natural power. Almost got the node. Very cheeky. Generator goes up. East side. Big retreat for NoSkill against two players here. Oh, these guys are still in play. Sentinel's still in play, of course. They're now trying to shoot down the contested power node, and they got it. We do have sniper scouts on the field for Unelmat. No sign of more scouts for double snipers, though. Usually you see sniper scouts doubled up at least. Maybe even tripled up. Decapping Sentinel on the natural power, and they decap this wreck point, unless it was just never capped in the first place, which is possible. Kraken Bolts for the extra damage versus the Sentinel. Despite being a vehicle, it has heavy infantry armor on, and there you see that ground pound. Played it right, I think. Did Ibis, Red Ibis, capping up, didn't want to push too much. Gets those contested points, can now try to stabilize on them. East side, meanwhile, CSM very close to dropping a model, running into scout snipers for some melee. They take one out. The other two, I think, far enough away to get out of there. And the CSM did drop a model, so was that even worth it? And we got some stuff on retreat path, including tactical marines. They did not pop their Kraken Bolts. I guess it was on cooldown, maybe. Kraken Bolts does affect their melee damage too. Was put in a game with Chaos Rising to help them respond to Chaos Space Marines, since Chaos Space Marines are better in melee than Tactical Marines by default, although they have less health. We have Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Looks like they hit the Sorcerer and nothing else there, though. AlphaLegion with 1-1-1, Tactical Marines into Devastators, and Assault Squad on the way. Catachan Devils on the field for Ibis, Red Ibis, and Spotters up for NoSkill. Double CSM, though, for Sesabo. Doom Bolts doesn't hit flush. Those guys were suppressed by the Barb Strangler, I guess. Lots of fighting over that contested node early on. Scouts here now with the Sergeant, so they can make approaching them in melee way more dangerous with that grenade. They got into the devs with a stomp on this west side. AlphaLegion might need to run away. I think should definitely run away. Lucky not to drop a model on those devs, I think. Was waiting for the Assault Squad, I suppose. But they couldn't quite get here in time, and Catachan Devils are bad news for Assault Marines in Tier 1. They can suppress and knock them over with a shotgun blast. They can get into some power melee close up as well. Big old retreat through the mid for Sesabo, but I think they'll be alright. Let's see if BloodyM can push through onto this central power. CSM are here, but they're easily dealt with thanks to the Hormagaunts and that Barb Strangler. And just sheer numbers here. Nothing yet for the Ravener Alpha. Do we have any war gear going on? We do. Flak Jacket for incoming. Immune to knockback and damage resistance. Was expecting perhaps the carapace armor for the suppression resistance, or a suppression immunity, sorry. Pretty sure it's carapace. I always get mixed up with what the Lord General armor is called. It's allowed to set up these devs. Grenade. Hit themselves, I think. I'm not sure what they were going for there. Spotters. Trying to drop the smoke, but I don't think it was actually close enough to affect those devastators there. That would have lowered their weapon range, 443 to 469, and their vision range. Assault Squad did drop a model. Catachans dropped 2. Devastators are here, but they might have that grenade launcher in their back pocket. Advanced targeting for the vengeance rounds. Maybe it's already been used. The grenade launcher. VP is very close. Contested wreck point being taken. They have built up this power slightly on the eastern edge. Some tunnels around as well. Might see some more offensive-minded tunnels later on this eastern edge, so they can harass the VP and that wreck point and stuff. AlphaLegion's Techmarine trying to decap. Under fire from the Sentinel, going to get Hammer of the Witches to the face as well, most likely. Is it worth using Hammer of the Witches here? Because unless AlphaLegion really messes up, yeah, you're not going to get a kill with it. It might have been more useful to use in an actual fight. Now it's on cooldown, especially when those Assault Marines come jumping in. Tier 2 for Bloody Mary, the first player to go, and Tier 2 now for Ibis, Red Ibis. There's some Zechian worship to infiltrate this stuff. Won't infiltrate the worshipping squad though. You need double heretics to infiltrate everything. 443 to 426. Sword of Flame up, helps to kill that Techmarine. Gives some good DPS with the Sorcerer. That damage over time stacks up. Oh, special attack there though misses. Now the Sorcerer is in trouble. Had to stand there while they perform that special attack. You do take less damage when you're doing a special attack animation, I'm pretty sure. But can still get you into a lot of trouble. Some good hits with the Barb Strangler. CSM, why are they staying here? Getting ripped apart by the Hormagaunts. Very lucky only to drop one model there. We're waiting for the Heretics to come in. Sesabo is very dicey. These guys are down to one model and they're back in. Yeah, we need to get them out there. Got mixed up with their squads a bit, I think. Heretics in amongst a whole bunch of stuff. That was a good Doom Blast. And then they flee. They're sitting on the VP though. West side, meanwhile, is red. We got anything out in tier 2? Nope. Do we have to Sarge or something? Nope. No Chimera. Not sure what they're waiting for. Maybe just waiting to see what AlphaLegion comes out with on this west side. Sentinel could do with some repairs. Trying to bash the power. Needs to keep pressure on the Techmarine. Oh, here we go. Gets in. Not sure what her default melee damage is like, actually, the Inquisitor. I assume it's at least 35 DPS, something like that. Maybe it's 30. Sniper Scouts continue to get shots in. Have they got levels? They do have level 2. Couldn't quite get the power back, I don't think. I think these devs should creep up. Need to create some space between your own VP. Sorcerer can now teleport though, which is bad news for those Devastators. Ravener Brood is up for Bloody Mary, and they do have a Venom Brood on the field. No sign yet of the ranged Synapse. What is this? Oh, the Inquisitor went down. Sentinel. Decent hit there with those frag missiles. Assault Squad with their Sergeant. No sign of a Melter yet. Forcing these guys to flee.
Now we've got a chance.
They do have their Commissars, so they could break that retreat and turn around and start shooting. Eastern side, it's cooking a bit. Big fight here, potentially. Red are committing quite hard to it. Here comes more blue stuff. Got to choose your targets well with the Warrior Brood. I don't let them get that close either. We do have a multi-laser turret here that's helping. Putting some decent DPS out. Spotter Shell goes in. A Manticore strike from Ibis, Red Ibis. Where is that guy? Look how far away it hit from. More Zechian worship. They're trying to creep up. They don't have a lot of support. I mean, the Sentinels here. The Guardsmen aren't moving though. They're repairing. Hell Fury strike from Ibis. Global ability of the Inquisitor. Ibis is getting pushed back a bit. What's the Manticore? The smart plate. Means you lack field presence, but you can get those big bursts of damage against an unsuspecting player. I think I would have gone for something else though. Maybe the Manticore a little bit later. Always seems like a bit of a luxury purchase. We have another one here from NoSkill. We'll see if they pay off. 424, 366. I think on the whole, they kind of don't pay off from what I see. Sometimes they're amazing though. They're quite expensive, aren't they? Like 80 power or something. Then you've got that Storm Eagle upgrade as well. There's that incoming. Not sure why these... Oh, they're turned into Stone Guard veterans. It's kind of hanging out there. These guys can change their ammo to combat all targets. Switching to Hellfire there for some damage over time versus heroes and infantry. Really messed up the Lord General there actually. West side, what's going on? Big brouhaha. Devastator's knocked back by the Catechins, but the Catechins do not get away. Merciless Strike finished them off. Assault Squad got very low. Down to 2 models on not much hit points either. Almost got all 4 of them. That's very close to a wipe on his Assault Marines. Devastator's also very low. Nice assist from Sesabo. They have double Mark of Zinch. CSM fully upgraded with their aspiring champions. Nothing else on the field though, just a double CSM and Heretics. Did they get something else? I don't think they did. That was a resource dump on those double CSM. They've got to start paying for it. Sorcerer might go down. Does go down. Can these guys justify their cost now with some raw DPS? 385 to 362. West side has turned blue. Missile Sentinel. Bashing power with cracked missiles. Getting a level. Look at this. They've taken that wreck point. Sorcerer should get revived from there. Some Zinch worship right in the center of the map. They can target the Venom Brood with the Inferno Bolts doing tons of extra damage. And there's those Synapse Bombs. There's that DPS. Starting to do some work, those guys. Where is the Barb Strangler still around? Yeah, it is. That should shut them down if it's in play. Frag missiles, not great against a single entity. The Lord General now has melter guns, which are passed out to his Stormtrooper buddies as well, so he gets 3 of them. And there's the Commissar retinue guy with that shield too. Trying to just brute force the Devastators. Manticore Strike coming in, is this? Yeah, it is. Killed 1 model. Really good work in the mid from Sesabo. With just the double CSN, they're doing a lot of work here. Barb Strangler gets the suppression, but they took a bunch of hits while they were approaching there. Ravener Alpha with the Synapse Aura for damage. Doesn't affect himself though. Heretics run. There's the DPS on the Ravener. Sorcerer able to get in and tie him up as well. They could mess up this Stone Guard as well. Doom Bolts misses, but the Sorcerer still levels the 3. And they don't want to tank with the double CSM. With that Marco Zinch, both level 3 as well. Even pretty good at bashing power, as you can see. What's going on west side though? Red team taking it back thanks to AlphaLegion. Inquisitor with Interrogator's armor hides herself and silently. And then instantly gets spotted by the Scout Sergeant. And then maybe dies. Oh, she was getting vision for the Manticore, which almost wiped out those scouts. Got a decent hit on the Stone Guard as well. Techmarine is down. Whirlwind on the way for AlphaLegion. It's a weird choice, I think, against double Guardsmen. Oh, they've cancelled it and gone tier 3. Because the Manticore could like get 2 rockets on that Whirlwind and take it out. Obviously outrange it. 385 to 266. 2 to 1 for red soon when they get their natural back. No weapon upgrade for the Ravener Alpha yet. Ogren's on the way for ibisredibis. Predator tank for Unelmat. NoSkill goes tier 3, might be able to drop a Lehman Russ in soon. Plasma cannon, bashing power. It's one way to do it. Why not? I'm hearing Devastator heavy bolter fire. Oh, it's you guys. Can you really hear them from across the map, literally? It's a bit weird. Double Guardsmen are fully upgraded with Commissars and Sergeants and Plasma Guns. So they should trade quite well with Marines. unless they get jumped by the assault squad fellas. Raven Alpha trying a revive. Sorcerer teleports in on the devs to shut them down, and we can see the DPS from double CSM and Chaos Terminators now in play. They start with combi bolters and power fists. Can't suppress them, so this is not suppressing them, but doing big chunks of damage with Stranglethorn Cannon here. Look at that though, and it's nasty. They're getting into melee, so he stops doing that, please. Ogryns might go after it too. The Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex won't have melee resistance. Assault Squad, sorry, Vanguard Veterans jumping in to Ogryns and double CSM. Double CSM have to retreat. Ogryns are still here though, and they are disrupting the crap out of them. Why are they jumping forward again? Getting themselves in trouble. Might drop another model here. Oh, the Terminators didn't take a swing with their power fists. Got away with 2, I think. Oh, maybe not. Sorcerer's in there to get another one. Big chunk of XP and 22 red for that. Very strange play from AlphaLegion, jumping those guys. Not once, but twice. Leman Russ is indeed dropped in by NoSkill. And it's pretty good at taking out other tanks. This thing is getting a las cannon though to trade a little bit better with the Leman Russ. Leman Russ does not have the Vanquisher cannon. NoSkill can't quite afford to get it on there yet. They do have that Sentinel though to get some shots in perhaps. Predator tanks now getting some repairs. Here come Chaos. Oh, here come Lightning Claw Terminators too. Melee superiority unit. Will tear through pretty much all infantry in melee. Going in on the plasma cannon devs. Look at the damage. That was that like 1 hit each and it killed 2 models? Yeah, 70 DPS power melee with a 12 power melee splash per hit. It's a lot. They attack really quickly as well, so that splash damage is nuts. Backing away from that Stranglethorn cannon. Got a model off the Venom Brood though, and it will damage the Carnifex when they do that. Won't knock it over, of course, but you get that 10% damage, I'm pretty sure. Manticore. Oh, over here. Why would you put it over there? Oh, they're going for the tank, maybe. Big blob of stuff in the middle here. They could have gone for, maybe. Tyranids formation. Did I just kill the CSM? No, that wasn't CSM. That was Guardsman, I think. They barely escaped. Terminator's down to 2 models. Caught in the beams. The orbital bombardment, I assume from... Oh, it might be from AlphaLegion, actually. They don't have much red. You can't retreat out of them with your Terminators, so they tend to do a lot of damage to them. Still one of them alive. Will be 100 power to reinforce both those models, though. Sesabo... Oh, they did drop CSM. Maybe I did see CSM wipe over here. Yeah, look, there's bodies. Okay. Wasn't going mad. Well, not about that. Does have some Havocs up with a las cannon, taking it to the west side. Why are they taking it to the west side? There's no vehicles here. Not sure. Not sure why it's here. Did AlphaLegion have a vehicle when it went down? And they still think it's here? I'm not sure. Well, the las cannon's been tied up immediately by the Vanguard Veterans. Here comes some Heretics to help. There's a Doom Blast. Should help them escape. And Inferno Pistol Inquisitor getting shots in. Manticore. Is it firing on? Oh, there. Ogryns messing up the Stone Guard Veterans. Gormagaunts. Are they in range of the Synapse or are they? Oh, you can see that purple Synapse. And now we have the Corrosive Devourer and Regenerate. Raven Alpha really pumped up now with Wargear. Ogryns doing a good job hitting some stuff back there. Buying some time for blue team to get the VP. Maybe. There's a Doom Bolts. Couldn't quite hit flush on the Warrior Brood, but got some hits on some stuff. Not sure what the Inquisitor was doing. She runs away. She's alright. Got some Plasma Guardsmen coming in now. 2v1 for Bloody Mary, couldn't quite do... Yeah, couldn't quite get in there. They didn't get the VP though. I mean, they delayed the cap a bit. There's those Lightning Claw Terminators back, now fully reinforced, which is very scary news for the Vanguard Veterans. Are they gonna... Do they dare to jump in anywhere? I need to use them for like, just wait for the Chaos Terminators to commit to a fight and then jump the Vanguard Veterans somewhere else. There is a teleporter relay beacon from the Techmarine of Unelmat. You can reinforce back to that thing and, sorry, retreat back to that thing and reinforce around it. It is a big bait for a nuke though, often. Gotta be careful. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for AlphaLegion. Where did that last cannon go? It's coming back to the west side. Oh, maybe it's for the Carnifex, I guess. Yes, for the Carnifex they got it, and it's going to help against the Land Raider. Lightning Claw Terminators seem to be kind of unopposed right now.
Right.
I mean, how do you stop them? How are they going to stop them? They can't suppress them. A Thornback Carnifex could go toe-to-toe with them. A Venerable Dreadnought or a regular Dreadnought could. Looks like they've called in... Oh, just a reinforcing drop pod here. Imperial Abyss from Sesabo almost wipes out the Vanguard Veterans. That was pretty close. They are getting their Power Fist. Not sure why they're getting their Power Fist. Maybe they want to go after the Manticore. 240 to 195. There's Judgment on the Land Raider. Las Cannon's going to get some hits. 2 Las Cannons, in fact. Ogrins could also go after it. Now that Frag Assault's been used, they should go after it now. Asking for help from the Tyranids. I'm not sure why AlphaLegion continues to go forward here with this Land Raider. Desperately asking for help, but they should not have brought the Land Raider this far forward. As soon as you saw the Las Cannon back away, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it. That's a very sloppy loss of that Land Raider. As soon as you saw that first Las Cannon get a shot in it, especially when you see 2 of them, you've got to start backing up. Maybe they expected the Tyranid to be right there very quickly, kind of thing. But even if they were, why are you pushing the Land Raider up? You don't need to. You don't desperately need to get the Frag Assault. You don't desperately need to get those Flamestorm cannons shooting. It's a support vehicle. Keep it back. Swarmlord on the way for Bloody Mary.
So we're losing a victory point out there.
Red team are going to get the west side. And looks like Unelmat's brought a Predator tank over here. 240 to 150. Taking out the relay beacon now. And it can get a little dodgy when you take out the relay beacon. Some stuff, they'll keep trying to retreat back to where it was for a few seconds, which can really mess you up. Plasma cannon gets a good shot. All the way back here. There's that Swarmlord. Powerful in melee. Has a speed and reinforcement synapse, which is a massive deal for Tyranids, as you may expect. Strangle Thorn. Getting some decent shots. Is that a Vanquisher? It is a Vanquisher. And we have a Marco Zinch tank from Sesabo. Eating Las Cannon shots though. Sorcerer gets in there with a good special. The Stormlord just took some shots and backed away. Where are those Chaos Terminators? They are reinforced at base. Red team do have the west side. I mean, the Land Raider push did open up that cap, I guess. I don't think the Inquisitor's going to get away. Nope. The Vanguard Veterans have done really well, actually. There's a jump onto some CSM. Nope, they turn to engage the Heretics. They can now smack the CSM as they run, maybe. Nope. Don't think they want to fight the full health Ogrins at level 2. Guardsmen are on the VP now. 211 to 150. Who's this down? That's the Inquisitor down, we just saw. Techmarines down there. Ogrins with their use your red for some disruption. Just pummeling those Vanguard Veterans. They laugh at your power armor. Smack you so hard with their guns that your power armor's worthless. Good special there on the Ravener Alpha. The Ogrin special is so quick as well. It's that like overhand, one-handed smash. Very, very quick. Ouch. Rocket run from, I'm not sure who was that from. If it was Ibis or NoSkill. Chaos Terminator's doing a lot of work there. 211 to 126. Las Cannon shots coming in from all angles. Can this Chaos Predator get away? Might need to warp it out. Where are you, Mr. Sorcerer? You're right here anyway. Can't really warp it out. It does go down. It warps into the Sorcerer's location. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex now. I definitely would have gone Thornback to fight the Terminators, but the Venom Cannon does do some really good work against enemy vehicles, I suppose. What is this on the east side? They can get onto the VP. Gonna get a decap at least. I think it might be a triple here for the blue team. Baneblade on the way for Ibis. Land Red Redeemer is on the field for Unelmat now, but it's in a strange place. It's really far back, waiting for some support maybe before it pushes up. They're generally best used on the contested VP, those Land Raiders. Having a retreat point there is super useful. Decap and a retreat. Need to get that back, red team. 211 to 91. Where's that Baneblade gonna go? It's going west side, I think. They bashed the node here. You guys can take it back. Not interested at the moment. Vanguard veterans. Level 3 now. Continue to do quite well. Drawing fire and initiating fights. So a lot of big Tyranid stuff now lumbering around. Need to get out of here, Mr. Lord General. Trying to get that revive. Gets it. Levels to 5. But do they escape? They don't. Inquisitor got special attacked. Or was it the... Oh, it was Blade Flurry, I think. As soon as they got up, Blade Flurry from a Swarm Lord. They do get away, though. Here comes another Manticore for Ibis. There's the Baneblade doing its thing. Bristling with guns. The Mega Battle Cannon, I think they call it. Demolisher Cannon in the front. And those las cannons, not to mention a bunch of twin-linked heavy bolters. Here's a Venerable Dreadnought, though, from AlphaLegion. Big engagement on this west side. Venerable Dreadnought's going after it. Might be getting itself into huge amounts of trouble. But if it can take a Baneblade down, that might be worth it. The Tyranids are not chasing. Ogryns now. Oh, it charges away. Decent usage of the Venerable. Assuming it makes it out. There's the global repair. Blessing of the Omnissiah. Repairs all allied vehicles on the map. Such as the Land Red Redeemer here, which is taking a lot of shots. Oh, from a heavy turret and a Vanquisher Cannon, Lehman Russ, that is a lot of anti-vehicle damage. Hell of a lot. These heavy turrets do have vehicle armor as well, so small arms fighters are taken down very quickly, but a Venom Cannon will. There we go. There it goes, 164 to 91, and I've got a sound bug. Great, I'll be back. And we're back. We have vanquished the sound bug demon for now. Nice little flank here from Bloody Mary, trying to go after that Lehman Russ. Manticore needs to move, and it is. Not seeing corrosive shots, maybe it's already been used. And those warrior brute fellas need to run. I think they're going to go down. Or maybe not. Nothing's going to finish them off. Oh, Ogren's got it. Manticore strike. Backs off the Ravener. The Carnifex did get away. Looks like Judgment is up on it. 144 to 91. Decent shot on that Terminator fella. Las Cannon might have got that hit as well. They're going after the Carnifex just to stop it from firing, I think, more than anything else. Judgment went off on the Carnifex. Awesome. This guy's level 4. Almost up to 1800 hit points on that Carnifex. What is this? Who is this? It's the Lord General down in the mid. Sorcerer flees. Inquisitor flees. Stone Guard veterans using their Kraken bolts. They should be using Vengeance. There we go. Switch to their Vengeance rounds against Terminators. And against those vehicles, of course. Big old Baneblade shot on the Stone Guard. They didn't like that. Venerable Dreadnought is still around, which is cool. Does have the Dark Age of technology as well. 300 more hit points. 2050 at level 1. It's double Lehman Russ is now for NoSkill. And this one is getting Executioner. Plasma Cannon. Solid hit. The Executioner is basically like a rapid firing plasma cannon. Really good versus all targets, really. We need to be at closer range. Scouts here getting vision for plasma cannon shots, I guess. Boom, another good shot on the Lehman Russ. Red team do retain the west side for now. Venom Brood and Las Cannon trying to keep the vehicles at bay. One goes down. Ravener Alpha level 8 doing a lot of damage with the Corrosive Devourer now. 43.45 plasma DPS, and that would be at level 1. Let's not forget. Venerable has found a Las Cannon, is not happy about it. Baneblade is being assaulted, but not being assaulted by much. It's just Ravener Brood and the Ravener Alpha. Corrosive Shots is active. You see that orange buff circle. Ravener Brood taken out. Ravener Alpha is not going to last too much longer. There's the Emperor's Fist. I don't think the Venerable has charge available here. And we've got some more Chaos Terminators using their Power Fists. And the Venerable is done for. Ogrins will finish it off. He should turn and fight now. Shouldn't have waited. Should have just turned and fought. Don't think it's going to get a model. It might get a model off the Ogrins. Smack. Nope, goes down. Ogrins leveled. Leveled to what though? Level 3. They're actually the first unit on Ibis Red Ibis's roster there. 66 to 91. Red team pushing through onto blue team's natural. They've stolen this bunker. And Carnifex is going after the Manticore. Looks like it's not going to get it done though. Just one more burst of that weapon would have done it. Guardsman having a really bad time against the Stranglethorn Cannon. Just creating space for the Techmarine to grab this cap. Orbs of the Omnissiah on the way for AlphaLegion. All the way from the west side to grab this. And there's marked target on the Sorcerer. Level 7 Sorcerer going to take a lot of damage now. Yep, didn't last long with marked target on them. Is it 40% more? Yeah, 40% more damage you take when you're marked. Pretty nuts. That was the orb, just thrown in to drain some energy, I think. Not sure if anything there actually used energy. Land Raider is fully repaired. 2 to 1. No, it's not. It's a 1 to 1. Blue team need to get their natural back. Manticore misses everything. Maybe they couldn't see the Land Raider there. That would have been a prime target for it. Heretics was kind of idle. Carnifex very low. 52 hit points. Maybe that's what the Manticore was hitting there. Just walking through a wall. I think the Inquisitor was maybe trying to go after it to finish it. Couldn't quite get there. Still a 1 to 1. Red team have taken the west side now. Chaos Predator on the way for Unelmat. Hold that damn point, says Sesabo. Referring to the west side, I assume. Land Raider's getting a bit more brazen. Pushed up to halfway. It doesn't seem like it's going after it. Going over it. Here's another Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex. The Venom Cannon needs to heal up. Oh, the Swarmlord's still around too. Feel like I haven't seen this thing for a while. Uh-oh. Baneblade showing rear armor to heavy melee. And it's only the Vanguard Veteran Power Fist, but those power weapons also helping out. Does it have any support here? The Sorcerer maybe. Does not have... Yeah, it doesn't have Robes of Torment or anything. Ogrins are here. Inquisitors here too. Could hammer if the witches them. Doesn't need to, they run away. Needs a lot of repairs though. Ibis Red Ibis does have a single guardsman squad. They should be repairing the Baneblade soon. Heretics could also help repairing. 32 to 84. 2 to 1 for blue. What is this? Some stormtroopers, I think, bashing power or going after a Carnifex or something. AlphaLegion's Techmarine falls over. I think a las cannon hit him in the face there. What did they get for the other Terminators? They got the autocannon. Here comes a Swarmlord. Judgment up on it. Las cannon getting shots as well. And of course the Baneblade is still there. It's not being repaired though. Where are those guardsmen of Ibis? Now they're moving. Ibis has a lot of units to manage at the moment. Swarmlord doing some good work against the Ogrins. There's that Leech Essence to drain some health, but needs to still move. There's a lot of anti-vehicle here. Does barely get away, I think. Yeah, surprised that the Terminators didn't keep chasing, even if the claws aren't ideal. Yeah, they could have teleported after the Swarmlord and I think finish it off. 32 to 53. Lord General trying to get a decap on the VP, couldn't quite manage it, but look at this. Scouts, some sneaky scouts. Gonna eat a Manticore for their trouble. It does knock them off the cap. Are they gonna die? How do you still have 2 models, fellas? Bloody hell, that guy's tough. Still a 1 to 1. Blue team don't have anything nearby to get their natural back. Sesabo doesn't want to move from the contested, I think. Does NoSkill have enough to lock this VP down alone, though? Because AlphaLegion's all the way over here. These Vanguard veterans going after the Manticore. Lots of plasma guns to shoot at them. Manticore keeps moving. Global repair is also up. No, it's not. It's the repair bunker, sorry. Global repair will be on the other team. Looks like the contested VP's seen some action. Gotta go see what's going on. The Land Raider Redeemer is here. Baneblade is here. Carnifex is marching in. There's Terminators too. Absolute chaos. Literally chaos. Oh, look at this. The Ravener Alpha's gone for his Acid Splatter melee weapon now. Which I was not expecting at all. Doing some good work against the Terminators though. The Land Raider Redeemer I don't think is going to survive much longer. I'm not sure why it's parked itself there. Just desperation to get the VP, I guess, or to hold it. I think they already had it. Kazakh is getting shots. Now it's being tied up though by the Ravener Alpha, and there's an orbital. 2-1 for red. They might have this now. Oh, they just got their natural decapped. Why do I say things? It's a single now for blue. Red team are big on the west side. That's 4 Carnifexes and a Swarmlord. Soon to be 3 Carnifexes. There we go. Are any of them Thornbacks? No. Double Stranglethorn and a Venom Cannon. That was a... what was that? Chaos Predator that went down. Ogrins. They're going to have a tough time closing the distance here. Those double Stranglethorns taking massive chunks of health. And there's that Blade Flurry. 2-1 for blue. They've got both the naturals. Have the red team over-committed to this west side here. They might have. Is this all NoSkill doing this? NoSkill doing some good work on this east side. And there's a nuke from Sesabo. Well played. Keeps them off the cap. Ibis Red Ibis is going to take some friendly fire and maybe lose those Stormtroopers yet. There was a red thing there though, right? That's where they nuked. 2-1 steal for blue. Vanguard Veterans trying to get onto the VP, but there's a lot of stuff here. Those guys need to turn and focus fire though. Not sure they have time to decap. Something decapped. Oh, they decapped the red team's natural there. 1-1. Red team are getting their natural back. It's not over yet. That Stone Guard Veteran's capping as well, I think. So they'll do it slightly faster. They need 2 seconds of a 2-1 cap, the red team. Sorry, the blue team here. So close, says Ibis, Red Ibis. They've got a triple the east side, I think, the blue team. Oh, maybe not. Bloody Mary has committed a lot to the east side. It might be open a little bit more on the west. Ouch, that was a Stranglethorn cannon shot and a half. I think the red team have it. I think they do. 2-1 gets it. That was a hell of a close game. Chaos Terminator is trying to get onto the VP there. Look at these heroes. Level 7 Inquisitor. Level 9 Sorcerer. Sesabo seemed... they seem to have had a really slow economy. They got the double Terminators up, and I think they got a Chaos Predator. It was like nothing else came out of their HQ, it seemed like. Level 9 Lord General. Level 6 Techmarine. Level 10 Ravener Alpha, and Unelmat threw everything into that cap and that defense. Had no units at the end, but a level 8 Techmarine. There you have it, guys. It was a hell of a fun one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.